I'll never forget the moment when I was sitting with my deaf friends watching Children of a Lesser God in the theater. And I told them, I'm going to work with her one day. They all laughed at me. They said, you wish, dream on. And years later, I'm finally in CODA with Marlee Matlin. And I feel like breaking character and saying, hello, old friends. See, I told you so. Look who I'm working with. Excuse me, I got to get back to work.
I'm so excited and overwhelmed as well to get a chance to speak with you. I was so moved by CODA, like so many other people, and your performance was so touching and beautiful. So I feel really lucky to be speaking with you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for watching our film. I'm really very proud of have been a part of this film. It's so rare to have an opportunity for me as an actor who happens to be deaf.
Yeah, and congratulations also on making history last week and your BAFTA nomination and your Oscar nomination.
I was extremely excited. When I found out I got the BAFTA nomination, I actually fell out of my chair.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah, it went viral and it's quite embarrassing, but it's so wonderful to be able to share this with BAFTA and the Oscars and the deaf community. It means so much for the deaf community globally to have increased awareness of our community in this way, and so it's thrilling.
I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure that's super meaningful to the deaf community. And what is it? I mean, also the movie had such a long journey from winning at Sundance until now, and you had so many exciting moments throughout. What was the most for you from everything that has happened with you and the film, the moment that touched you most?
The moment that touched me the most was when I was sitting in a theater watching CODA on a big screen, and I could see deaf and hearing people and hard of hearing people all reacting simultaneously. And I look back to when I was younger, and I was always missing out. When hearing audience members would laugh, I'd have to ask my brothers or parents what they were saying. I didn't have access. And now I was sitting in a theater and everyone was reacting together, laughing, crying, and sharing these emotional moments simultaneously. And so I'm grateful to Apple TV Plus to have put in that burned in captioning. It's not only for deaf people, but people who are hard of hearing. Other people don't know sign language, and some deaf people do not know sign, and some other hearing people lose their hearing later in life and can benefit from the burned in subtitles. So it just has wonderful access for everyone. And so really, I think that was my most touching moment, was seeing that simultaneous reaction.
That's so beautiful. I can imagine. Was that at Sundance the first time you had seen it, or was there another screening before?
I watched it at the Phoenix Film Festival in Phoenix, Arizona, and that's where I was born and raised. And so it was really nice to have this premiere in my hometown and watch it on a big screen. I wasn't used to seeing my big head and my big face in the picture. I could count how many hairs on my beard there were.
Well, and also talking about your childhood, and I know you dreamt of being an actor from an early age. You started pursuing your dream, and a director as well. And I'm curious, I mean, such a big part of the movie is, centers around a family and a family supporting someone's dream. What was your experience? Do you remember the moment you first told your parents of your dream of being an actor, and how was that like for
you? So I saw Children of a Lesser God when Marlee Matlin was the first deaf person to win the Oscar. And this happened when I was 17 years old. So I told my parents, hey, look, I have an opportunity. That actually gave me hope. But my parents were worried about me because they were older and they went through life experience, and I could be a naive dreamer. And my parents said, hey, Troy, you're a risk taker. They were worried about me. And so I was stubborn and I pursued my passion. But through the years, I realized they were right, that it was an extremely tough journey for me. And everything that happened from that cumulative journey were based on my personal choices. It's like your life is a chess game, and you have to try and strategize and try and make the next move. And then you can make the right choice, you hope, one day.
That's beautiful. So it must be so great to be able to act alongside her and also be that person for many other kids watching now.
It's so funny. I'll never forget the moment when I was sitting with my deaf friends watching Children of a Lesser God in the theater. And I told them, I'm going to work with her one day. They all laughed at me. They said, you wish, dream on. And years later, I'm finally in CODA with Marlee Matlin. And I feel like breaking character and saying, hello, old friends. See, I told you so. Look who I'm working with. Excuse me, I got to get back to work.
That's amazing. Yeah, I know the feeling when you dream at first, it feels like you're crazy, right? Like, and getting to where you are now, I mean, it's just proving everyone wrong. It's probably an amazing.
Oh, it is a great feeling. My friends used to tease me and say, hey, where's your Oscar? This was 20 years ago. And I was like, I tried to ignore their condescending remarks. And now I'll just let my work speak for itself.
Exactly. Exactly. And I have to ask about one scene that really touched me particularly. And like I said before, I'm sure so many other people, because the film is so effective, that scene is just, you can't not be touched. But it's one of the final scenes where Ruby sings to you. It's so powerful. I was curious if when you first read the script, was that scene already in there like it is in the film? And if not, what has changed through the draft and the process?
That's a great question. When I read the script, I knew that that scene was one of the most important moments of our film. But I didn't want to necessarily follow it word for word. I wanted to put in a deaf cultural perspective. So I had the opportunity to chat with Sean Hader, our director. She's very good-hearted and sensitive to our deaf culture. So I said, hey, can I try this? There was a line after she sang, the line was, thank you. But I felt like it was talking to a stranger, because, you know, when deaf people are going to Starbucks and people know the sign for thank you, it's just such a common sign. And a father talking to his daughter, I wanted something a bit more special than that. And so she said, go ahead and try, Troy. And so after Ruby sang, as Frank, I kiss my daughter on the head. So the audience is intelligent, and the audience will understand, even without words or signed dialogue. Everything was communicated between the eyes, and that powerful energy was palpable. And so you can let the audience make their own interpretation.
I'm sure your nomination now is already a message you're sending to young aspiring deaf actors too. Do you have any advice for other young deaf actors starting out, and in general young actors that you wish they had?
The bottom line is finish college and get your college degree. Consider art as maybe a hobby at first, and you can experiment with your art and see what that may lead to. And you can always make adaptations, but play it safe, have a backup plan, have a side job, have a cash flow. You can't escape utility bills, right? And so that's something to consider. Support yourself. Make sure you have a cash flow. And you can try your acting on the side. If you're serious early on, you're the only one who knows deep down. No one else knows. You know, and you have to believe in yourself. No one else is going to believe in you. I found my talent and I grew it. If you find your talent, then grow with it as well. Thank you.
Since this is tea with BAFTA, are you drinking tea this morning? This is my teacup.
I have to learn about the appropriate way to drink tea. I have to maybe hold my pinky out like this as I'm sipping it. I'm a beer guy, and so I usually drink my beer like this. So it's a new experience for me, this tea drinking in England. I've seen many teapots all around town and in restaurants as well.